ago, in northern Japan, a young man named Minokichi lived with his father, Mosaka, as a woodsman. As winter approached, the mountains became covered with a deep snow, and they could not cut trees. They therefore went out hunting in midwinter. One day, when they were hunting, they were unable to find any game. What was worse, it started to snow, and the temperature was falling. As the snow grew heavier, the land was cast in a white haze. In the thick snow, it almost seemed as if the mountains themselves were living creatures. Minokichi and Mosaku kept on plodding through the snow until finally they reached a small mountain cottage. They decided to rest inside until the snowstorm passed. After entering the cottage, they lit a fire and warmed their frozen bodies. "We should spend the night here. If go out on night like this, surely we will freeze to death." "Son, why don't you get married? I want to see some grandchildren before I get too old." Minokichi covered his head when hearing that. He was a shy but gentle-hearted person who had never fallen in love. Soon after this conversation, father and son fell asleep. After several hours, Minokichi awoke because of the coldness. He found that the door had been opened and snow was drifting inside the cottage. The fire had gone out, and strangely Minokichi noticed someone near the door of the cottage. Who are you?" The icy figure approached his father and leaned over, and when she blew an icy cold breath like winter, Mosako died silently. She approached Minokichi. "Please spare me." When she saw his eyes, suddenly her cold expression became gentle.
"You are still young and have beautiful eyes. I will spare you, but you must not mention what happened tonight to anyone."
Minokichi agreed, and then the mysterious white lady disappeared into the darkness as the wind howled. Minokichi kept the story secret. Then, one rainy spring day, a woman stood in front of his house, waiting for the rain to stop. Minokichi noticed her and felt sorry for her since she was wet. He was a kind man, so he invited the lady into his house. Her name was Ayuki. She had beautiful white skin and dark hair, and eyes which seemed strangely cold. Minokichi was fascinated by Ayuki's beauty, and she was attracted by his kindness. Soon, they fell in love and got married. Over the years, Minokichi and Ayuki had many children and felt very happy. Winter was her favorite season, and she seemed to prefer cold places for mysterious reasons. She also avoided hot food. But the only thing Minokichi worried about was that his wife got sick when she was exposed to sunshine. Their children seemed slightly different from other children. Their skin was pale white, and they loved to play in the snow. Since Minokichi loved Ayuki deeply, he did his best to take good care of her. One night, after the children had gone to sleep, Oyuki was showing by the right of a ramp. Minokichi, watching her, said, "To see you showing there with the right on your face makes me think of a strange thing that happened when I was a lad of 18. I then saw somebody as beautiful and white as you are now. Indeed, she was very like you."
Tell me about her. Where did you see her?
Then Minokichi told her about the terrible night in the cabin, and about the white woman that had stooped above him, smiling and whispering, and about the silent death of old Mosaku, and he said, "Asleep or awake, that was the only time I saw a being as beautiful as you. Of course, she was not a human being, and I was afraid of her, very much afraid. But she was so white. Indeed, I have never been sure whether it was a dream that I saw or the woman of the snow."
It was I. Yuki, it was. And I made it clear that I would kill you if you ever said one word about it. But for those children asleep there, I would kill you this moment. And now you had better take very good care of them, for if ever they have reason to complain of you, I will treat you as you deserve.
Then she transformed back into the snow woman, with a sharp shrill that turned into the howling of a terrible wind. She melted into the rafters, never to be seen again.